Straits Times.
Yes, yeah.
Hope you're doing well.
Managing under these trying circumstances, the hair is a bit longer, it's okay.
Same here. Maybe the first 3 months I can help you with that cut. But for now, I think my motion, and you said that will be set aside for now. But still, you also mentioned in your speech extraordinary measures that need to be taken to tackle what is happening now. Now, one of the issues, I think you are a former finance minister, you're familiar with this. The government cannot borrow to finance operating expenditure. It can only borrow to finance development expenditure. So, given as you also mentioned, the restraints on our revenue due to reducing commodity prices, expected lower tax income, I'm wondering if it was proposed that we have to do some changes to the law, whether short-term or the long-term, to allow the government to borrow for operating expenditure so that it can put out more direct cash stimulus, right? I think there have been a lot of complaints about not enough wage subsidy, not enough direct stimulus to the economy. Right now what we have is a lot of credit schemes, a lot of loans. So if you want to spend more on OPEX than your revenue, you need to change certain laws. And I'm wondering whether on behalf of Pakatan Harapan, we can say that if the government puts forward a bill to change these laws, that Pakatan Harapan will support it.
Yeah. Now, specifically on the issue of the government proposal, if it comes to change the law to allow for operating expenditure, development expenditure, the cost, at least to allow for a space to help appease the problems of the poor, we are of course open. But prior to that, the government must take effective measures to ensure that there is no waste. You can't be appointing, now more than 70 cabinet ministers and deputy ministers, then JLCs with all the perks. They have to stop this nonsense and excesses. We are now living at almost an economic emergency situation. You want to move a motion which is basically to deal with an emergency situation, allowing for the funds to be disbursed not according to normal financial rules. I'm open to that. I'm supportive of that. But stop all these excesses and exorbitant spending, excesses, and which is still continuing in this country. So I think, to be fair, the government must first take these measures, and if they want, they do this, come and discuss with us. I'm open. I mean, be very frank with you. The national interests, the interests of the poor override or supersede all other political considerations. That assurance is clear, unequivocal.